So people are very familiar with, say, accelerometers that are used to detect motion and so detect users' movements. But what other kind of data and sensors are you looking at?
Yeah, we have another project where we're working with the Army Research Lab and using EEG sensors. So basically, you put on some electrodes on the subject's head. We're using virtual reality to create interesting scenarios and stimuli that they're interacting with. One project, we're looking at search tasks, where we have people walking through an environment or navigating through an environment and looking for certain target objects. And there's a signal that you can detect with your EEG cap, and that signifies that the person has seen and recognized one of those targets. What's great about that is that you can use all that data and to train an artificial intelligence algorithm to recognize those objects for you. The computer system can passively monitor what you're doing and then learn from you so you can pay attention to something else.
And particularly when you start to bring machine learning into the picture and being able to sift through huge data sets and really improve the software and the setup. How do we judge user intent? If we put someone into a training simulation and they turn left and they should have turned right, I need to know why they turned left. Otherwise, I can't provide some sort of remediation or training to help correct that. And right now, games monitor a lot of information when you're in playing a game, but they aren't getting that biological information about what was I thinking, why did I do these things? And to me, that's somewhat of a holy grail that we're shooting for. We want to understand intent. And I think the commercial sector will benefit from that, and certainly those of us on the training and education side will benefit from it.
Can you tell me about your research collaboration with the Army Research Lab and the University of Minnesota? How did that come about? Sort of what is the research focused on? And sort of what are some of your goals for that?
It's really become somewhat of a test bed where we can start to integrate a number of different technologies from scanning, other types of sensors, and work with them in a collaborative way with users that may not be co-located. We start to share this environment and really explore what that means.
You might even have somebody out in the field, right? And they're using augmented reality, and they're being assisted by somebody back at a base with a 3D model of the environment they're walking through, and you can provide assistance to them and guide them through the environment or help them with problems that they encounter.
A camera lens imparts bias from the direction that it's pointing and when it's turned on and when it's turned off. So this project, because it's looking at different kinds of VR and AR and sensing and scanning and bringing that all together, how does each person make sense out of that, and how do you exchange information within that environment?
So how are these integrated into platforms that other people can use to create training scenarios and so on, and sort of make use of these 3D environments?
One of the things that ICT is doing is scanning environments and scanning people. And so, of course, if you're going to do training, you need to be somewhere, and you're probably going to be interacting with somebody. When we're doing training, we really care about what are the training objectives. What am I supposed to learn from this experience? When you figure that out, then you can figure out what are the things that we expect people to do, and that might be the proper thing to do, or what are the mistakes that we expect them to make. And so, kind of understanding all of those different things and putting them together into some kind of coherent experience is really important. And of course, it's really complicated. So we always have to engage with a lot of subject matter experts. We engage with people who are experts in training and pedagogy, and put all those pieces together.
One of the things that is important about the academic environment and organizations like IEEE is that they're fairly agnostic and they try to be as unbiased as possible. So we don't care who makes the technology. We take technology from all of the vendors and try to figure out what it's good for and what it's not good for.
Yeah, we used to have to invent it. 6, 7 years ago, we had to build it here. Now industry's solving that, so we integrate it or adapt it. It's more with it.